Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey, it's a little Crayola time today. We're so excited to be here, everybody. This is Marlo Anderson, your founder of National Day Calendar. Have James and Kaylee from Crayola, and Chris, our producer, is with us as well. I think we have Beth in here too, don't we? Let's get her in the action here too. Although we don't see her. Hello, Beth. See if she can hear us okay.
Hello.
There we go. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing great as well. So you have your video is just this kind of circle. I don't know if that's how you normally look, but maybe not. Are we supposed to use Crayola products to fill in what you look like today? Is that the plan? There we go. Welcome, Beth. Hey, and welcome everybody. We are going to be talking about Global Crayola Creativity Week. We have some great prizes we're going to be giving away today. We're going to talk a little bit about the Crayola products as well. We have so many products that you sent to us, James and Kaylee and Beth, that I think, well, we'll just let Beth deal with her challenges right now. I think she's in a bad zone or something there. But so James and Kaylee, tell us a little bit about Crayola first of all.
Yeah, James, you want to kick it off?
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to do that. Just a little bit about Crayola. We are a company that's been around since 1903. So,
Wow.
122 years our company has been around. And one of the things that we absolutely love about our organization is the mission hasn't changed much. We are a mission that is focused on teachers and kids and families. And the mission of our organization is to partner with parents and educators to champion creatively alive children. And we do that in many ways. Most everyone knows us for the products that we create, our crayons, markers that help to, there we go. Yes, one of our most loved products there, Colors of the World.
Yes.
And I see you at your different products. So everyone knows us for that, which is something that we're so proud of because it gives our kids and families and educators a tool to color the world. But not just that, we create awesome programs like Crayola Creativity Week, which we're here to talk about today. But again, 122 years, and we want to continue to support the hearts and minds of our audience through the work that we do, and we do it with passion and with the highest of quality.
So I think as we're talking about this, we'll give away products at the same time, and we can have conversations. So if you've ever joined us before on a National Day contest, we have this thing that we do where you pick a number between 1 and 1,000. And you can see that scrolling across the bottom right now. And all you have to do is put that in the comments. If you hashtag Crayola and also hashtag Celebrate Every Day, if you put those in there, we're going to give away 10 grab bags of a variety of Crayola products. They sent us so much stuff, we didn't even know how to sort the stuff up. So we're just going to create these grab bags. You're going to get them in a Celebrate Everyday bag, tote bag on top of it. So it's going to kind of be kind of cool when you get this. And we're going to give away 10 of these. So you can only win once. But if you don't win, you want to guess on every one of these because you won't know if you won or not because we're going to have to go through this afterwards because we're on multiple platforms. So it's difficult for us to actually know who won right away. At the end, I'll just say we're at the end and then of that one particular contest, and we'll have Google pick a number right away. In fact, it'll sound like this. Google, pick a number between 1 and 1,000. Hey, Google, pick a number between 1 and 1,000.
Here's a random number, 161.
So that is exactly how this is going to work. So we have no idea what Google's going to pick as far as the number goes. So you just make your best guess. So go ahead, everybody, start guessing. And like I said, if you throw in the hashtag Crayola and the hashtag Celebrate Every Day, we're going to throw some extra goodies in the grab bag if you win. So make sure you hashtag us when you're doing this. So go ahead and start your guesses between 1 and 1,000. In a couple minutes, we'll stop the competition and do it all over again. So, all right, Kaylee, tell me a little bit about maybe the initiative that James was just talking about as far as between you and teachers and classrooms and kids.
Absolutely. So, Crayola Creativity Week is an entirely free program for parents, educators, families, and librarians to participate in. It's 7 days of free virtual content. They get to access videos of activities from celebrity creators like Matthew McConaughey, Henry Winkler, Philippa Sue. So really incredible talent that shares their personal stories, the way that creativity manifests itself in their lives, the people that nurtured it in their childhood. And then they do some sort of hands-on activity with the kids as well, so that we get to really see what kids are thinking, put their creations out into the world. And then every day we give away prizes just for participating. So kids can win guitars, art supplies.
Wow.
They can win teachers lounge makeovers for their school. So really, really incredible stuff just by participating and showing what their creativity looks like.
So if I wanted to go in and see what Henry Winkler had created for Creativity Week, how do I go about doing that?
Absolutely. So you would just go to Crayola.com/creativity week. You would enter for free. So you just sign up with your name and your email, and then you'll automatically receive access to all of the daily activities, including the videos and activity sheets that you can give to your child. And you can start right away. It starts today.
That is so cool. And obviously, this took more than just 2 days to put together because you have quite the list of, there we go, Denise D. I'm a teacher. My students would go crazy. So you can go in there right now and start participating in Creativity Week. You're right. They're going to go crazy for this. So what did Matthew McConaughey add to this project?
Absolutely. So Matthew is wonderful. He, in addition to being an actor and a philanthropist and a professor and all of the other jobs that he is also an author. He wrote a book called Just Because. That's all about exploring the kind of nuances of life and the things that kind of contradict themselves in our lives. So, we can lead, but we're not necessarily always in the front of the line, right? When we're leading, sometimes we can lead from behind, or we can lead in different ways by contributing our own different strengths and ideas. So it's kind of all about going through that process of understanding the duality of people and how you can be many things at once, or how your actions can always not define you, right? You can lie one time, but you're not necessarily a liar just because you lied. So really thinking about those things in a different perspective and bringing those ideas to life. So he's going to read his book aloud, and then he's going to show kids how to do an art experience where they showcase who they are and how they lead.
That's fantastic. So tell me, well, first of all, everybody, start guessing or keep guessing. If you haven't done that yet, you get one guess per contest. We have 10 of them that we're giving away here, though. So you can continue to participate on each level here as we go through them. And we'll give this about another minute before we wrap up the first grab bag that we're giving away. And it's real easy. Again, if you're just joining us, pick a number between 1 and 1,000. Put it in the comments on whatever platform you're watching this on. And then if you hashtag Crayola, if you hashtag Celebrate Every Day, and you win, you get some extra stuff. So you want to do that. James, I want to know, it sounds like Crayola would be a great place to work. And I just want to know what inspired you personally to apply for the job that you have at Crayola.
Well, that's a really good question. And I have to start with my background in education. I come from the classroom. I was a middle school arts educator, as well as taught high school in the summertime. And I've worked many areas within the arts, from museum education to state government administrating grants. And prior to coming to Crayola, I was one of the district art administrators here in Memphis, Tennessee. And I've always obviously loved the brand Crayola, from our teachers using the products, me using the product as a young kid. And I was at an art education conference, a national art education conference, and Crayola was putting on this session around creative leadership. And of course, being a leader at the time in my district as an arts leader, a lot of those uh, important goals that Crayola talked about align with my own personal and professional goals. So that's what led me to, seeking out the company and aligning the work that I do to support creativity in classrooms and creativity for all, because we know that creativity is not just about how well one draws or paints or sings a song, but it's about a mindset. And I believe that everyone should have a go at creativity, a fair shot. And Crayola does that. We champion that. And I wanted to be a part of that mission, that culture. So this was, beyond my wildest dreams. I never thought about it as a career option, but here we are today, 7.5 years I've been with the company. And, I have the pleasure of helping to lead and champion this work. So it's a colorful experience, as you can imagine, from the products and the neat programs that we do. But it is truly a joy to be able to give back and support everyone through the work that we do each and every day.
You have fans, by the way. Sherry was just stating, it's so exciting when James joined Crayola. I love that you have fans. This is great.
And Sherry is awesome. Sherry is our fearless leader here at the brand, and just a joy and a pleasure to work with. So
that's fantastic.
She's part of the reason why I'm here.
Okay, that's cool. All right, everybody, we are going to wrap up the first grab bag that we're giving away. So, Chris, if you want to mark that down, that the first contest has ended, and we're just going to get right into the next contest. So, as soon as Chris waves at me, I'm looking over at his desk. He's waved already. So we're going to start round 2. Again, all you have to do is guess a number between 1 and 1,000. You can get creative. Maybe you have a favorite number that you want to use over and over and over again, because you get 10 chances at these grab bags today. And if you do the hashtag celebrate every day and the hashtag Crayola, you will get some extra stuff if you win. So we're kind of excited about that. That's right. Today is today is National Bubble Wrap Day, by the way. So somebody's being a little smart there. Dusty, thank you. Are you going to bubble wrap up this first contest? Yes, we are. So I can about imagine the fun that a person could have with some Crayola products and some bubble wrap.
Absolutely.
Do you know what, not to get off topic here too much, but do you know what bubble wrap was initially invented for?
No.
You're going to love this. Wallpaper. And it didn't take off. And it was IBM who looked at it and said, hey, I wonder if we could ship some computer stuff in these things and if that would work, type of thing. But it was originally created as like a 3D wallpaper. So I can about imagine the collaboration between Crayola and the bubble wrap people, if that actually took off, and what that would have looked like today, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's also Chocolate Cake Day. So get out there and enjoy some of that as well. So Kaylee, I like this initiative a lot, Creativity Week. You have put a lot of effort into making this very special. And of course, this is going to be an annual tradition, for the entire country now. So that's really exciting as well. Is there anything special for you about this program, and what it means to you to be involved in this?
Absolutely. I think what's truly special for me is, one, all of the talent that's involved in this program is really, really passionate about supporting children, about inspiring them with their own personal stories and real world examples of how creativity can take shape and form, whether, as James alluded to, that's visual art or dance or music or, being an astronaut. We have NASA involved as well. So any ways that creativity can take shape and form, and hearing their personal stories is inspiring even to me as an adult. So I think that is one piece that I really enjoy. And the other is just seeing the joy of kids creating around the globe. This program has over 12 million kids participating in 117 countries. So it is truly a global program. And every child has their own unique take on each day's topic, right? No two outcomes look the same. It is not, simply coloring in a coloring sheet. It is these unique, wonderful, beautiful creations from the mind of a child. And it really helps you see what the kids that you're talking to every day are really thinking and what they're feeling and how they're reacting to these topics. And it opens up such amazing, inspiring conversations that you really learn so much about your children. So I really think that's a really powerful part of this program.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. So again, everybody, if you're just joining us or you haven't figured out what we're doing yet, pick a number between 1 and 1,000. We are giving away 10 grab bags with Crayola stuff in there. And it's not just crayons. I mean, we're giving away these color changing pens. They brought me a bunch of stuff, metallic crayons. I've never even heard of some of this stuff, you guys. I mean,
That works beautiful on construction paper, by the way.
that would actually make sense to me. Yeah, that's cool. And then we have the pipsqueaks right here that are going to be in some of those as well. So there's a lot of stuff that you're going to be getting in this grab bag. So pick a number between 1 and 1,000. We'll wrap up grab bag number 2 here in about a minute or so. James, what is your favorite product with Crayola?
Wow,
I thought you were going to reach for it right now. I thought, here you go. This is it.
There we go. Yes, I mean, I got quite a few here, and oh my gosh, you put me in a pickle here.
That's the whole point.
Yes, but what I'm going to have to say is, so my favorite, one of my favorite colors is blue, and Blutiful. We came out with this color here back in 2017 was our newest blue, but since then it has changed. So I would have to say Colors of the World is my favorite product line. And you held that up earlier.
Yeah, I have it right here.
Exactly. And my favorite color is outside of blue, because I've loved blue forever and ever. But my favorite color is deep medium golden. And if you look on the box, you're going to see the color. And, the intent behind this brand is for the world, everyone, to see themselves in the colors that we use, that you use each and every day. And that is my true to life skin color. I'm deep medium golden. And that just made my heart sing when we brought this product to the marketplace, and to provide that opportunity for kids all around the globe to see themselves. Because, before then I was, I just pulled the brown out of the box, and that didn't match the brown of my skin.
Gotcha.
But now deep medium golden does. So I have to say that this is my favorite product line that we currently have at the company.
So
kids love holding their arm up to the side of the box. So if you haven't done that, hold your arm up to the side of the box. You can find your shade too.
Exactly.
I don't know if you can see that on there very well.
There we go. Yes.
But yes. So if I sent like one of my gray hairs in, would you actually make a color called gray hair? Is that how this works? Or
hey, I bet if you pulled out the 64 pack or the 128, you'll probably find a variation of grays and everything in there. So it's probably already, I'm sure it's already there.
Probably.
James, you're supposed to say what grays?
I know.
You're too kind, because there's plenty. It's just covered up with color. So there you go. I love color too. All right, Chris, we're going to end round 2. As soon as you're okay with that, give me a wave so that we can start the next round. And he just gave me a thumbs up. So round 2 is now completed for the grab bags. If you're just joining us, we are giving away grab bags of Crayola stuff. And when I say stuff, I mean stuff. We have all kinds of stuff from them, and here's this one too, Colors of the World and washable markers. That's pretty cool. So you're going to get all kinds of Crayola products in the swag bags. All you have to do is guess a number between 1 and 1,000. And I'm going to ask Google to do that again for for the second round here just shortly, but all you have to do is guess a number between 1 and 1,000, and you could be the winner. If you hashtag Crayola and hashtag Celebrate Every Day and you win, we are going to give you extra stuff. So, all right, here we go with the round 2 number pick. Hey, Google, pick a number between 1 and 1,000.
Nine.
Just the number 9. That was it. So whoever was closest in round 2 will be winning that swag bag from Crayola and National Day calendars. So, all right. So anything that you two want to talk about that maybe I've missed so far? You're both quiet now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I saw in the comments somebody asked what our favorite color is. That is
Okay.
a very common Crayola question. So I know James shared his with his
Okay.
skin tone, but my favorite is scarlet. If you don't know, it's red, but it's a very specific shade of red, very bright, vibrant, has a little bit of orange in it, and that's my favorite color. But everybody has their favorite and knows the specific names of them, like mac and cheese. Or warm hug. So there's lots of fun names to tie to those colors.
That's very cool. Are crayons still the number 1 selling product for Crayola, or has something surpassed that?
Crayons are still number 1. So
Okay.
122 years later, that original crayon is still the fan favorite.
That's right.
You know, it's interesting. I mean, I know that there are other companies that make crayons, but most people, when they say crayon, they're just referring to Crayola. I mean, it's like the Phillips head screwdriver, right? I mean, it's actually a brand, but we all just call it that instead of a slotted screwdriver. So I think it's amazing, the Crayola story. And, and it's a company, the way it sounds, that likes to give back to creativity and to the community at large. So I love that about Crayola. And you continue to innovate. That's what's really amazing to me too. I mean, you could just sit on making crayons, but you don't. Here's glitter glue, everybody. This looks like a fun product.
Yes, and I have to say, you again, you talked about innovation, and I see the question here from Dusty about research department. We have an R&D department that does a lot of work to help us innovate and create awesome new products. So the glitter glue, as an example, right? We think about again, being an art teacher, glitter at times can be such a a scary word, because glitter, once it's out and it's used, it's everywhere, and it will
Yeah.
be in the school for another 122 years because you'll be finding glitter here and there. But by having glitter glue, it's in a more controlled substance. You can have the glitter effect without all of the mess. So again, thinking about research and the thinking behind. So this is, yes, we are known for our supplies, but we're a STEAM company, right? Where we're using research, science, engineering, and all of these different mindsets to create the best quality products that our audience can enjoy and use with confidence, knowing that it's going to support their creative desires. So great question, Dusty. And you, again, can see that research, that innovation in action through all of the products that's being done. And I would even go as far to say, Kaylee and I and our education team, we're researchers, right? We're constantly looking out into the education sector and marketplace, trying to determine what teachers' needs and desires are. And that's a research practice. And we in turn bring, in this case, an education program to support those desires and needs of those students and teachers in the classroom, as well as those families, homeschooling families at home. So there we go.
All right, that's fantastic. And if anybody has questions, please go ahead and put them in the comments, and we'll get them up on the board here. And Kaylee and James can actually try to answer those for you. And we are giving away grab bags. We're actually on grab bag number 3 of 10 that we're giving away right now. All you have to do is guess a number between 1 and 1,000. If you haven't done that for this round, you have 5 seconds, because we're going to wrap up round 3 here in 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. We're going to wrap up round 3 right now. And Google, we are going to have Google pick a number. Hey, Google, pick a number between 1 and 1,000.
391.
391 is for round 3, and we will actually start round 4 right now. So all you have to do is pick a number between 1 and 1,000. 1 and 1,000. You heard what Google just did. At the end of that round, Google will pick a number, and whoever's closest in all the platforms. Remember that on your platform, you may look like you're the closest, but we have to look at all the platforms because we're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and many other places right now, YouTube and all these places. So so just make sure that and we'll get a hold of you sometime over the next day if you're the winner, and we'll get your shipping address at that time, your shipping stuff. And if you hashtag us, if you hashtag Crayola and hashtag National Day Calendar or Celebrate Every Day, we will actually add some extra stuff to your winnings. So you might get a little extra swag and things like that. So yes, so Amy is asking, or stated that a grandma told me the glitter glue may stick to your table, especially if your granddaughter likes to paint her nails with the glitter glue. Well, I can see this happening. However, you can scrape it off after setting a warm washcloth on it for a bit. So there you go. Have you heard of other kids doing this too, like painting their nails with the glitter glue?
So kids are extremely imaginative creatures.
Yes.
I think, it's funny because when you hand an adult an art supply, sometimes they kind of hesitate, right? Like they don't know what to do just yet.
Right.
They have to kind of think about, what am I going to draw? What am I going to create? Whereas a child just does. They just start making, they start drawing, they start creating, and they're just expressing themselves right away.
They think everything's a canvas.
Exactly.
Simple as that, right?
So they're constantly creating, they're constantly innovating and imagining things. And that's part of what Crayola Creativity Week is meant to do. It's meant to nurture that within kids, to say, you lean into that curiosity, that creativity, that imaginative thinking. Our theme this year is imagination in action. So it's all about bringing those ideas and those thoughts to life, and sharing them with the world. And we want adults to do that too, right? A lot of times adults think that you naturally just grow out of that creativity, or you don't have a way to use it because you're not in a, traditional arts-based career or design-based career. But I would argue, and I'm sure James would argue as well, that every adult is creative in some way. Whether it's coming up with a recipe when you've only got 3 ingredients in the refrigerator and you're trying to make dinner really fast, or coming up with a creative solution to a problem at work. There's so many different ways to be creative, and kind of showcasing that and honoring that creativity is just going to make us a better world, right? There's going to be a lot of technology that comes about. There's going to be a lot of things that become automated in the future, jobs that exist that we haven't even thought of yet. But the one thing that we can't kind of replicate is that creativity, that human creativity.
So I've noticed, and by the way, everybody, if people are just joining us, pick a number between 1 and 1,000. We're giving away grab bags of Crayola products. It's so cool. So moving forward with that, Kaylee, there's been an explosion over the last maybe 6 to 10 years on, we'll get to the comment in a second, so stop laughing, James. With adult coloring pages, this has just exploded, hasn't it?
Yeah, it truly has. Was I to jump in there, Kaylee? I didn't want to.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I would say that adult coloring has certainly exploded over the past few years. The pandemic really helped to, blow this out of the water, as an expression. But part of that is we're seeing a lot of adults wanting to have this moment of calm and relaxation, and we know that the smell of the crayons, in many ways brings the nostalgia of being a kid, right? So there's that, and then of course just being able to get lost in the the motion of coloring. And it's something that's very simple and doesn't really require you to complete an Excel sheet or navigate hours of traffic, right? So it really helps to ease the mind. So, we're in an age where mental health is certainly of importance, and being able to have these moments of solitude and relaxation certainly helps our mental health. And we're seeing a lot of adults embrace this. So, I would say, as an artist, as a creative advocate, that is something that I am so pleased to see in our population, our society now, and encourage everyone to continue to do so, because it taps back into the inner child that's in all of us. Whether we say as kids that I can't wait to become an adult, and then when we become an adult, I can't wait to be a kid, or kids, you don't realize how good you have it. And having these moments to be able to just color, oh, it's so relaxing. And it's great to just see that and want to see more of it.
I think some of it has to do. I agree with you with the pandemic. I also think people are actually getting tired of screen time because you're just in front of it all the time. And I have to. I mean, I'm old enough where I grew up with black and white television, and it was 3 channels. And now we have what we have on demand, everything. There are screens everywhere. Even behind me, there's a screen. There's just screens everywhere. It's everywhere you look, there's a screen nowadays. And I feel like people just want to not be in front of a screen, and they purposefully look for activities. And I think coloring is actually one of those things that people actively search out now.
Totally agree. And coloring is approachable. That's something that's non-threatening, that everyone can relate to. We've all colored before in some
Yep.
way, right? You may not have painted on a big canvas or sculpted a piece like professional artists do, but everyone has done that. And that is the easiest on-ramp to what you're saying, breaking away from the screen or relaxation or whatever it is you need to do. Coloring allows for that to happen.
Absolutely. And of course, who's going to comment when you're adult if you go outside the lines? So it's all good, right? All right, we are going to wrap up round four for the giveaway right now. So you get 5 seconds. If you're just joining us, get in there, pick a number between 1 and 1,000. Just pick a number. Don't even think about it. Just put it in there right now. I'll explain what you just did in a second, because in 3 seconds, Google's going to pick a number. So 2, 1, and round 4 is now done. Hey, Google, pick a number between 1 and 1,000.
Here's a random number, 370.
So round 4 is now complete. That is the number 370 was picked. I'm going to look at Chris real quick. If he gives me a thumbs up, we'll move. He's giving me a thumbs up already. Round 5 has started. Real simple. Pick a number between 1 and 1,000. 1 and 1,000. We are giving away grab bags of Crayola products. And man, did they send us some stuff. I felt sorry for the UPS driver, actually. They just kept coming in with more stuff. It was just crazy. So we have a lot of Crayola product to give away. And thank you to Crayola for sending all these wonderful prizes to give away. So pick that number between 1 and 1,000. And if you're the closest in this round, of all the different platforms, by the way, because we are on many social media platforms right now, then we will determine who the winner is, and we'll get to you in the next day or so. So just give us some time after we're done with this today, and Chris will get back to you on that. So anyway, pick that number between 1 and 1,000. And let's see, the edible crayons. Did you see that comment a little bit ago? There we go. What are your thoughts, Kaylee?
Yeah, thankfully, Crayola has a wonderful product safety team that does their due diligence to make sure that all of our products can be trusted in the hands of all age groups. And so, our crayons are non-toxic. We have had calls to ask what the calorie count on them is, which we do not recommend that you eat them. So definitely don't ingest them on purpose. But if a child happens to eat them or take a little nibble, all is well. They are safe and non-toxic.
I thought the yellow tasted the best when I was a kid. So, and I turned out kind of okay. So, James,
Little mac and cheese.
a little mac and cheese. That's right. Yeah. Please, children, please don't eat the crayons.
Do not.
Yeah.
Do not. Yes.
They're not really that tasty. They might look tasty, but yeah. All right. So, Barbara, I mean, has there ever been talk about an edible crayon?
So we do have a wonderful team that works on different products that are in the marketplace. They create all sorts of wonderful things, including Crayola licensed products. So we do have, candy and gummy bears.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
cakes and yogurts and apple sauces and all kinds of really fun stuff that have Crayola branding on them and bring a little of that color and joy. So if you're ever shopping in your local grocery store and you spy some Crayola in the grocery aisles, that's that team that's putting those things together for your lunchbox. And so I'm sure there has been an edible something along the lines in that category before, but in general, no, we traditionally stick to non-edible but safe products for kids to use and create with.
So I think you two are going to love this. This just came into our studio here. This is Anna May, and she created this for you guys.
Oh, that's great.
There you go. So
Yeah.
So we have young kids here coloring away for Creativity Week. So I love this. This is fantastic. Kayla's asking a question here too. How do you know what your next color is going to be, and how do you name it?
Do you want me to jump in? Do you want to go?
Yeah, Kaylee, I'll let you take that one.
Absolutely. So new colors are something that we're always thinking about. James mentioned a little earlier in the conversation Bluetiful, which was the newest blue that we had created. Many people don't know that we also retire colors as well. So we do have some colors that were in some of our original packs of crayons or packs of crayons, 10 or 20 years ago, that have since been retired. Dandelion is one of those fan favorite colors that has been retired. So he's taken a little vacation at the moment. But new colors come to be all the time. Sometimes, it's inspired by a color that's discovered, like Bluetiful. But other times it's simply a need for a new color in the world, like the Colors of the World pack, where we felt this incredible need to be able to have every child find themselves in a box of crayons. So they weren't just coloring with, the tan color or the brown color. They could really pick and choose the colors that best represented them and their family members and their friends. And so with that, we actually worked with a chemist who previously was the chemist for MAC Cosmetics, who really understands skin tones and undertones within skin, to help us formulate original colors for as many skin tones as possible. So those 24 crayons in the box represent as many skin tones as he thought were possible to actually combine and create additional skin tones as well. So there's tons and tons of combinations within that box of crayons. But yeah, we always recommend people to share their color ideas with us, inspire us with color names, and you never know, they might show up in a box of crayon one day.
That's very cool. All right, we're going to end round 5, everybody, on the contest. We're giving away grab bags of Crayola products, and you have 5 seconds, and you know that I don't give you much more than that. So if you're just joining, just pick a number between 1 and 1,000, put it in the comments. Just put it in there, and you'll learn in a second what we're doing. So 3, 2, 1. All right, Chris, we're going to end round 5. Hey, Google, pick a number between 1 and 1,000.
Here's a random number, 384.
Boy, the 300s have been just hot here lately, haven't they? So 384 was that number. We will get round 6 going immediately. Round 6 is starting right now. Real easy to participate, everybody. All you have to do is guess a number between 1 and 1,000. Put it in the comments. If you hashtag Crayola and hashtag celebrate every day, we will give you some additional stuff if you win. So it's a grab bag of Crayola products, great grab bags. You're also getting I'm reaching through the desk here, but you're going to get it in this little bag too. So you're going to get all those products in the Celebrate Everyday bag. And it's a great little grab bag of stuff that you're going to be getting. Yeah, so make those guesses. Round 6 has started. We are giving away 10 bags of Crayola products today. So just make that guess. Amy's asking, has Crayola ever thought about creating a book filled with ideas to use your products, like what you can do with leftover or broken crayons?
Amy, I'll jump in if that's okay. Amy, thank you so much for that question. We don't, as far as I know, we don't have a book.
We do
However,
actually, James.
we do.
Yes,
Okay. Well,
we
thank
do.
you.
We do.
Okay.
We have it all.
Yes.
We
Okay.
do.
Go ahead.
We have
Go ahead.
the
Jump in.
Crayola CIY, which is Crayola Create It Yourself book, which has 52 weeks of ideas that you can use for different crafts using all of our different products. So if you haven't checked that out, feel free to check it out. It's available wherever books are sold. But we also have tons of ideas online as well. So if you visit Crayola.com, you'll find tons and tons of activities for free, free coloring pages, free activities and crafts, as well as if you visit any of our learning channels. So if you visit Crayola Learning's Facebook, YouTube, or our Crayola Creativity Week program, you'll find tons of free resources and activities that you can do.
What's the most unique thing that you... Oh, go ahead, James. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm glad Kaylee mentioned that because I was actually going to go to the videos. But yes. So in addition to books, certainly check out our videos. CEIY has videos, as well as there's a series that I have on our Crayola Learning YouTube channel called Creativity Tips. And the intent of that series, it's 2 minutes or less. We're using Crayola products to create various things. So I would encourage you to do that as well. That's just another avenue, knowing that we are in an age where consumption through our digital devices is at an all-time high, and you're able to see sort of the end product of what that would look like through some quick creative prompts. So would encourage her as well, not only get our CIY book. Thank you, Kaylee, for reminding me of that. It's like when you mentioned it, I was like, oh yes, we do have that. But yeah, certainly go to our channels to look at those videos.
What's the most creative thing that you've ever seen made with Crayola or with crayons from Crayola? And I'm just thinking, like, has anybody ever melted a bunch of broken and half-used ones to make a candle? I don't know if that's even possible, but are things like that made from crayons?
Absolutely. There's people are extremely creative. If you go on, social media, you'll see all the different types of creations people have made. People have used our products to make sculptures. So if you haven't checked out Herb Williams, he has some incredible sculptures that are life-size sculptures made using Crayola crayons.
Oh my goodness.
That are really, really amazing. We've also seen people melt them and use them for different activities, like creating a table that was made out of wood with melted crayon running through the center with a nice top over it. So really incredible things that people have done with some of our products before.
That is really cool. Chris, I think you had posted the YouTube channel there just a second ago. If you want to put that back up, that'd be great. There we go. Or Amy, okay, there is that the channel right there?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Thank you, Amy. Yes, so as a teacher, Crayola is the best everyday use for sure. So that's fantastic. There was another question earlier about older crayons too. There we go. Yes, from Barbara. Are older crayons like 25 years or older, just as an example, still good to use?
You want me to jump in, or you want to?
Yeah, well, I would say I think so, right? I mean, these things. It's not like paint. There are certain things where the compounds will sort of break down, but I think that this product is so well put together. The wax and all of the elements within it should still work.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can say that with confidence. Again, having been an art teacher and having supplies, we didn't throw away broken crayons, right? I mean, it can still color, so we're going to use this thing until it disappears. So I would say with confidence that you can certainly use older crayons. Now, I don't want to put a number on it. I didn't use any products, older than 25 years old, but try it out. That's what I would say. If you have it, try it out, give it a go, and
There's no
see.
harm to try
There's no
it out,
harm.
right?
That's
Yeah,
right.
very good. All
Yeah,
right,
I
everybody,
would
we're gonna
add there's so
go
many
ahead.
fun ways to repurpose old crayons as well. So even if they're not as vibrant as they were fresh out of the box when you first bought them, there's ways to safely melt them that we have tips for on our website that you can learn about to make different creations or melt them into different shapes to create a whole new crayon experience. You can also stick them together to make sculptures like Herb Williams or create leaf rubbing. So there's all kinds of fun things that you can do to make use of those crayons, even if it wasn't in the traditional application.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. So let's round up, or let's wrap up round 6, everybody. If you haven't guessed a number yet between 1 and 1,000, you have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I love trying to get my voice as low as I can get it to go, right? All right, we're gonna wrap up round 6. And hey, Google, pick a number between 1 and 1,000.
635.
There we go. We got out of the 300s finally. 635 for round 6. Round 7 is underway. Pick a number between 1 and 1,000. We are here because it's Global Crayola Creativity Week. And I know, we've been talking a lot about crayons, and we're going to get back to Creativity Week in a second. I would like to know if there's a way to preserve something that maybe your kids drew for you. Let's just pick on this one here from anime, right? So if grandma wanted to preserve this, is there anything special that she could do so that 20, 30, 40 years ago that this is still looking pretty good?
Yes, I think that there are a number of things that she can do. Number one would be to use this nice little device we have here, right? I think that's the most
Just take a
efficient.
picture of it.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
take a picture. And we live in an age where you can create memory books, right? So grandmother can, take a picture, create a memory book, or go and get a nice print on archival paper, because ultimately it depends on what paper is being used. And that paper, depending on can break down over time, but there are special papers that are archival that will last for a very long time. But if she wants to ensure that in its present state, it can last for several years, I would say put it in a nice frame, or maybe in a folder that has a really good sleeve, because when it's exposed to different lights like sunlight and other things, that can help, or that will begin the eroding process of the paper. So I would say, the first thing to do is leverage the technology we have, take a picture that is 100% guaranteed that will preserve that memory of that piece. And then if you can get it in a nice frame, or a sleeve inside of a notebook or something, because that's not too big of a sheet of paper, put it in there and just have your collection of works that's been created.
And I know I'm a collector of old newspapers, Kaylee and James, and there is actually archival framing that you can do that is UV protected. The glass that you put on there will protect it from UV and that type of thing too. So I think that you're right. There's a lot of things, and of course, the paper is probably, in my opinion, the biggest thing that will break down, over the crayon drawing itself. So I think that you're spot on when you say that. We're running a contest, everybody. Pick a number between 1 and 1,000. Put it in your comments. If you hashtag Crayola and celebrate every day, we'll be throwing in some extra stuff in those grab bags that we're giving away from Crayola. And I think, I know that we're getting kind of close to the end of our time here, and we should really get back to Global Crayola Creativity Week. We've probably had a lot of people join us that weren't with us at the beginning of the program. So, Betty, great comment. I've been using Crayola and coloring for over 60 years. Thank you, Crayola. If you have comments or questions, please go ahead and post those as well, because, crayons and Crayola especially have been around probably since you were born. Well, in fact, what'd you say, 100 since 1903?
1903. That's right.
Yeah, I'm guessing everybody in this room has had Crayola in their life. So yes, and Amy's posting the where you can find out more about Global Crayola Creativity Week as well. So let's get back to that real quick and talk a little bit about the celebrities that are involved, what they have done, and how do people access that. And before we do that, so hang on, everybody, let's wrap up round 7. So as we're talking about Global Creativity Week, that we can people can be guessing at the same time. So, all right, Google or Chris, are you ready to end? All right, we're going to end round 7 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, Google, pick a number between 1 and 1,000.
476.
476. I was hoping that the number was going to be 789. All right, so we're going to start round 8 right now. Round 8. And again, all you have to do is pick a number between 1 and 1,000. Just simply put that in the comment area on whatever platform you're listening or watching or what have you. And if you're the closest to the number that Google will guess, then you win that grab bag. This is for round 8. If you hashtag Crayola and hashtag Celebrate Every Day, we'll throw some extra stuff in there for you. It's as simple as that. So let's talk about Creativity Week.
Yeah, absolutely. So Creativity Week, if you weren't around for the beginning, it's a 7-day free program. You can sign up for free on Crayola.com/creativityweek. By signing up, you receive instant access to daily content, videos, activity sheets for your kids, and you're also eligible for daily prizes. So you can win even beyond just these 10 giveaways that we're doing today. You can win additional prizes in incredible ways to celebrate your child's creativity.
And it sounds like you have incredible prizes too. Talk
We
about that a
do.
little bit.
Yeah, so we're giving away really, really cool stuff. Obviously, tons and tons of Crayola products, so lots of ways to be creative in that aspect. But we've also partnered with Martin Guitar to give away guitars. We're giving away telescopes from Celestron. We're giving away gift cards. We're giving away trips. We're giving away makeovers for schools. So lots and lots of stuff. Parents out there, we're also giving away $4,500 towards a 529 savings plan. So if you're planning for your child's education and college, that's a great way to kickstart that for you with $4,500. So tons and tons of free giveaways and things just by signing up and participating. So really encourage you to do so.
What's your favorite part, James, of Creativity Week?
Wow. I would say my favorite part is the content, right? The videos of our celebrity authors and illustrators to be able to have that moment to share their creative stories with kids, because we know that our kid audience, even our adult audience, they revere the celebrities that they see on television, right? From Matthew McConaughey to Henry Winkler to Philippa Sue with and even NASA. So I would say that the content that they're able to experience, which is free, that I think that's important to note for everyone. Like, we have amazing giveaways, but the content, the program is free. So to be able to experience that and have kids be able to see themselves in those creators is by far the most special thing about this program.
So if you're a teacher or you homeschool, are you able to sign in as the teacher, so the whole class can participate? How does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. You can participate in Crayola Creativity Week in a variety of different ways. So you can participate just at home with your own kids. You can participate as a classroom with 25, 30 kids, but you can also participate as a whole school or a whole library. So the content is really flexible. It gives you tons of options to adapt the activities for different age groups and abilities. And it's also translated into 8 different languages as well. So if there are students
Wow.
in your class or your school or your library that are English language learners, that their first language isn't English, or they speak a different language at home with their own families, there's resources available for them in those languages too. So definitely check out all those resources.
Cool. And we'll continue our conversation with Kaylee and James here. But let's wrap up round 8. And if you haven't guessed your number yet, between 1 and 1,000, do it now. Hashtag celebrate every day and Crayola for extra stuff for the grab bag. And I'm just going to continue talking for just a couple seconds to allow everybody to do that. Crayola, 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 Crayola. All right. I was just wondering if I could say it fast 5 times. And all right, so we're gonna wrap up round 8. Hey Google, pick a number between 1 and 1,000.
Here's a random number, 877.
So 877. All right, and for the last 2 bags, we're going to actually run round 9 and 10 together because this has been so intriguing. We've actually burned up an hour already, you guys. This has been great. So we're going to run round 9 and 10 together, which means everybody gets 2 guesses on this one. And we'll just start wrapping things up with Kaylee and James. And is it Kaylee or Kylie?
It's Kaylee. You nailed
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yep.
I
you go.
just realized that maybe I've been saying your name wrong the entire time, Kaylee. So all right. I'm glad I got that right. And they're both with Crayola, if you haven't figured that out yet. And this has been absolutely amazing, you two. First of all, I would love to have you back. And I as I've been sitting here, really wasn't sure how many questions we get about crayons and things, but actually, when you really think about it, Crayola has been such a big part of many people's lives for so long. It's almost like the sidewalk, right, where you just take it for granted. And that's what's really cool about your company, I think. So give us a little bit more about Global Creativity Week, Global Crayola Creativity Week. I want to make sure I have that right. And any last comments or any last inspiration that you want to provide to everybody?
Yeah, and I'll let James chime in as well with any last thoughts he has. But I would just say that, if you're curious at all, sign up. There's something for everyone as part of Creativity Week. We try to make it appeal to as many people as possible. So even if you don't feel like you are an artistic person or visual art is your thing, we have musical guests. We have NASA scientist. We have Max Greenfield from New Girl. We have Michaela Ulmer, who started a lemonade business when she was 4 years old, went on Shark Tank at 9 years old and pitched it to Damon John, and now is 20 years old with a multi-million-dollar lemonade business. So there are entrepreneurs and scientists and all sorts of incredible experts that will really inspire your creativity and inspire the creativity in your kids. So definitely check it out. It's free. So what do you have to lose, right? You get free content, free giveaways. Definitely check it out. James, anything from you?
Yeah, Kaylee, you nailed it. I would just piggyback and add to this here by saying, I know the hashtag is celebrate every day. I would say celebrate creativity today and every day. So why wait? Do it now. Go to the website, sign up. You will be glad you did.
It sounds like an awesome program. Crayola has put a lot of time and effort into creating this. I love all the celebrities that you have recruited to make Creativity Week such a special time for everybody out there. I would have to say, I know that you're gearing this towards kids, But it sounds to me like adults are going to have just as much fun in there, and especially if they have children, then it's really going to be amazing. So, yeah, and I guess we're touting our own free color pages as well. So, make sure you get out there and do that. Oh, yeah, I have a couple things. I have some housekeeping, you guys. I forgot about this. We have new books, by the way, and I have to do this. So I shouldn't say have to. This is so exciting for me too. Speaking of kids, right? So we have two brand new books, everybody. One called National Popcorn Day, one called National Pizza Day. And these are fantastic reads for children as well. They're available on Amazon. And I didn't want to take away from your time there a little bit, but it is, we're so proud of those books. And we had a lot. Popcorn Day one came out right away, a few weeks ago. And we've had a lot of people asking if we had another one coming out. And unbeknownst to everybody else, we did. And Pizza Day is coming up here in a couple weeks. So get out there and check that out. There's a lot of cute little jokes and activities at the end of these books as well, including some coloring stuff. So all right.
February 9th, I marked it down. I'm ordering pizza.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm glad that we're gonna do that. So all right. Let's see. Betty Walter is thanking James and Kaylee. It's been fun. I agree, Betty. I appreciate you joining us. I appreciate everybody. Oh, Kayla, of course. I shouldn't say of course. I know that she's been reading the books to her children, so that's fantastic. So yeah, if you have, remember, you get 2 guesses right now. We'll be wrapping this up in about another minute or so. So 2 guesses for round and 10 for the last 2 swag bags. The URL one more time as far as where they go to get signed in to Creativity Week.
Sure. It's Crayola.com/Creativity Week.
Okay, just like that. And we have another one. It's creativity-week.
Goes to the same place.
Goes same place? Okay, very good. Very good. And we'll put up a few other comments that are coming in here as well. Amy has a nice comment there too, if you want to put that up there, Chris. And thank you, Crayola, for the past few weeks of working together to make this National Week a reality. So that's very, very cool. Thank you, Amy. And I agree. Thank you for all of what you have done. We get, and I don't know if you know this, Beth has a great comment too. We get about 30,000 applications for new national days, national weeks, national months every year here. So to get a new national day or a week or whatever is actually a very rare thing. So I just wanted to share that with you because it's very, very cool. And we look for things like this. We want people to be active in the national days and the weeks and things. So I think Crayola has gone above and beyond what most do to create this. So it's fantastic what you all have done. Share that with the rest of your company and people when you talk to them. I hope that this becomes a great annual tradition for teachers and kids and even us adults. So really appreciate that. Barbara, thank you so much for getting me excited about coloring activities and coloring again. This is great. Enjoyed this live session. Well, Barbara, I did as well, even for being here. Wow, I agree.
That's my wife.
Is correct.
Hello.
Yes. Well, Kaylee, James, it has been a pleasure. I suppose we better let Google finish out the contest here, right?
Oh,
yeah, because
right.
I'm sure people are wondering, are we going to win these bags or not? So, all right, here we go. Hey, Google, pick a number between 1 and 1,000.
$522.
522 that is for round 9, and then round 10. Hey, Google, pick a number between 1 and 1,000.
Here's a random number, 620.
620. All right. So all 10 contests are now finished, everybody. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you, Kaylee. Thank you, James. It's been a lot of fun. And let's do this again sometime. Just because.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's just talk about coloring someday.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
would be great.
We'll just do a live coloring session.
Yeah,
Everyone
you
can
know,
There you
that'd be fun. You know, if you can, you know, if any of your artist friends or whatever ever want to do that, it would be fun to actually do
Absolutely.
something like that. So that's a great
Absolutely.
idea.
Yeah, on
Awesome.
mac and cheese crayon day.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
I love that idea. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Fantastic.
Love it.
So, all right, from everybody here at National Day Calendar and from Crayola, we appreciate all of you for joining us today. It's been a lot of fun, and we look forward to the next time when we all get to be together. So, see you, everybody. Celebrate every day.
Bye bye, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Bye.